is my first attempt on making a YouTube video about my machine shop, myself a little bit. My name is George Scheller. I was born in New York, and my family all moved out here in Washington State around 1956. I've been in all kinds of family businesses, in a mill, and last was a truck repair facility with my uncle and cousin and my brother. Anyway, I've been originally, this building I built a long time ago was a wood shop, and I turned it into a party shop after I sold all my wood equipment. And then I sold a firewood processor that I built, and I used that money to buy some machinery for the shop. And I've been making tools. I've always liked making tools. And I started out with a Bridgeport mill in here, and then we had a Sebastian lathe over at the other shop, which I used a little bit for some stuff. And then I got tired of walking back and forth, so I went to eBay and found a Leblon 15 by 54 inch lathe, and got that and redid a bunch of stuff on it and put it over here so I'd have a lathe in the shop to do some stuff here. I always liked making tools. I made tools for our main shop, which is a truck repair facility. I made a cut-off machine to cut Hendrickson walking beams out from under a truck suspension, and we did those really fast. Had people from this state and Oregon and Idaho, all of them come to see us to have it done because we did it faster and cheaper than anybody else around the whole area could do. But anyway, I got inspired after I had the money from my wood processor to go ahead, and I started watching A-Bomb on YouTube. And once I started watching him, I got hooked. So I started buying stuff. And I got all kinds of tools here right now, and I've made a bunch of things for myself. But it's just a small shop. But I wanted to go ahead and just give you a view of what I have here. And I hope you enjoy this video. This is my first time, and I'll try my best. Thank you. Okay, we'll start over here by my battery charging station and my Lyle drill grinder. Then I have small nuts and bolts and stuff in here because I don't use any real big stuff. Then we'll go over to my tools over here. Have my mechanics toolbox here. Then my grinders. I have two jet grinders, 8 inches. This one is a CBN on both wheels. One's coarse and one's fine, with a really good system to grind your tools on. It's adjustable, can be used on both sides. Then over here I have my other jet, which is a diamond wheel on the left. Then I made an extension on the right so I can get a little more distance between the motor and my Scotch-Brite wheel, which really works nice for deburring. And then not too long ago I wanted one of these for quite a while. This is not a real expensive unit, but it is a really nice little belt grinder, belt and disc grinder, which works really nice in the shop. Then I have a 3-ton arbor press here, which is okay, but for heavy duty stuff I've got around a 70-ton hydraulic over in our main shop. Then right here I have my welding table that I built just to do some welding. I bought a TIG welder for the shop here. I'll show you that in a second, but I also built this armrest here that's adjustable up and down, back and forth, and tilts and everything to rest your arm on while you're doing some TIG welding. And I also bought this Everlast TIG welder. I haven't used a lot. I just don't need to do a lot of welding here, but if I do need to do something, I can go ahead and use this. Then we'll walk over to the lathe. This is my Leblon 15 by 54 I bought in California, and I had it all torn apart pretty much and redid some seals and bearings and a few things, and once I had it apart, I would give it Nice paint jobs. Looks pretty decent in here now. About a 1968 model. Pretty decent shape. A little old, you know, worn out, but still uses pretty good. And then I have a cart that right here with some of the lathe tools I use most all the time. Now we have to move this up right here and there and around out of the way and clean it up and stuff. Then over here I have another shelf with lathe tools I don't use all the time, but when I want them, they're all right here. And then my indicators and Scotch-Brite, Brite cleaner, and emery cloth. Okay, next we have this end of the shop, and I built a shelf here not too long ago to hold a lot of tools that I use quite often. I have my reduce shank drill bits there, and taps right there, and then some tools down below, and some stock. And I've made a couple different tools down here. I don't have them there right now that I use quite a bit of the time. Then I also put in a split mini heating and cooling system here. It works really nice. Then I have my main toolbox here with all my I've got some taps in here, some dies. I have all my end mills and all my other tools in here, some drill bits and stuff in here. And over here I have another shelf. Got all the R8 not all the R8 metrics, but I got some metrics there, and then your regular UN R8s collets right there, and then some more tools here that I built. Some big face mills down here, and then I have another toolbox right there, and a bunch of odds and ends down here. I've got a horizontal adapter in here for the mill. Then back here I've got one of those cheap bandsaws from China, which I've modified a little bit. I didn't like not having a extra shelf on here on the outside edge, so I built this addition to it so you can hold the end of a piece up without it falling right off right away. And then some more stock here, another shelf here with some stuff on it. Then I have my Bridgeport here, two horse, 2J head. Brought this one, came all the way from New Jersey where I bought it. I have power feeds on the Z and X axis, and this one's pretty good shape. It was a 1975 model. I'd like to have gotten a new table for it, because there's people that are idiots who don't know how to drill without drilling the table. Well, it's got all kinds of holes in it, patched in, but I'd like to get a new table for it. And I've got a 3-axis DRO on it, which works really good.